When I graduated high school, I actually had a subbing position here first before I had my own classroom. And I fell in love with the school then. I always knew that long term I wanted to come back to Plainfield.
And so one of the things that is kind of interesting about me is that I'm also a Plainfield graduate. I think a lot of that credit goes to many of my people who are co-workers now. They were a staff that when I was a student, I could tell really cared for, loved, and supported their kids and really left a big lasting imprint on me.
Plainfield has a lot of technology that's available to teachers and students, and so I saw that as a great bonus. In addition, I was able to stretch myself as a teacher and learn new modes of technology, new systems to use, and ways to convey my information to the students.
2 years ago, my wife and I adopted a beautiful baby boy from China. He has special needs, he has Down syndrome. So we really wanted to find a district that would really align with our thoughts and ideas and expectations in regards to inclusion, in regards to special education.
Actually, I did my student teaching at Plainfield Middle School with Mr. Cummings about 8 years ago. So it's been my dream since student teaching to get back here.
One of the things that really distinguishes this community in Plainfield High School is that we have wonderful collaboration, and so it's just incredible to be in an environment that is so positive. And you also have the ability to be incredibly creative here. No one's going to come in and tell you not to do something. I feel like our principals and our administration really want to see us succeed, and we're allowed to kind of soar as far as we can go.
The administration here, they hire good teachers and then they let them teach. And I really have noticed that that is true. Just the level of trust is very high, not a lot of micromanaging. They have, of course, very high expectations for us, but then they expect us to meet them.
But really, I would say Plainfield is a great place. The school, all the teachers that I've met, not just at the high school, but at the elementaries and the middle school, they've all been very welcoming, extremely helpful. I can send out an email and receive a response with all sorts of insight and ideas and brainstorm. Everyone's door is open. I'm able to walk down the hall, and if I need some face-to-face guidance or questions, people are more than willing to offer it. Another great component of Plainfield is all of the schools are not even newly updated, but they're just kept so well and so clean.
One of the best parts of the support that I have is, in the social studies department, I have 8 other colleagues in my department that I can draw on their wealth of experience, people that have taught my subject area before that I can look for great mentorship, and they have always been a welcoming and inviting group that has been willing to come and help me at any question, no matter how big or how small it may be.
I found quite a bit of parent support, which I think that probably plays into it quite a bit. And in general, just the level of respect is a lot higher here.
One thing that I quickly noticed here about students in Plainfield is their willingness and eagerness to learn. So that's one of the biggest things I've really enjoyed about interacting with the Plainfield scholars and communicating with me. Their communication has been top notch, and like I said, I stress for them to advocate for themselves, and they've done just a great job doing that.
I think there's a lot of support, usually from home, and those kids are encouraged and supported in those extra things, including sports and any extracurriculars that I think is not always easy to find in some schools. So that's something that's really nice about Plainfield.
So one of the great things about teaching in this community and at Plainfield High School is that the students are amazing and awesome. They still want to, do school. They're very present. And one of the things that I noticed right off the bat was how kind and sweet the kids were here. And that was just an amazing, pleasant surprise.
My students are hilariously awesome. Not only do they show up and they have that push behind them to try, there are that handful that still need me to be the push for them. But I have my support staff, I have my co-teachers, I have the other amazing teachers in 7th grade as well. So it's not just one person, and the kids know that. And so because of that, they're pushed just the right amount from different angles to where they just bring this hilarious, weird 7th grade energy to what we do in class. And it gives me that push to come in too.
I came from about an hour outside of Plainfield. I moved here to teach, and it is a great community. It's right outside of the city, so you have access to all kinds of different things.
So, if you're on the fence about is Plainfield right for me, I mean, beyond the incredible schools and the incredible kids and community, one of the best things about it is location. You're 30 minutes from downtown Indianapolis. We have great parks, trails. You have access to pretty much anything you could ever want living here in Plainfield. So if you're thinking and on the fence, I would highly recommend coming to interview and joining the team. Go Quakers!